Austin, hey, Dan Wake with the LA Times. How different does it feel sitting in this position this year than if you remember, I think, when you sat down here last year?
For sure. No, it's way different. I think a year ago, so 366 days from today last year is when I got my contract. It was right when we come back from minicamp in Vegas. Trying to figure out a way to get on the team first, and then, with my mindset to play. But going through the whole year gives me a different perspective going into it, a better outlook on what's to come.
Austin, what was your focus this offseason in terms of improvement, and do you feel like you can make a sophomore jump in different categories, be it defense, shooting, playmaking?
Yeah, for sure. I spent a lot of time in the gym. I was here basically the whole summer. Went home for probably 3 weeks or so, and then was back. But was in the weight room a lot, and then, like you said, just working on a lot of catch and shoot stuff, and then everything else. Just trying to get better all in all. But I'm super excited for the season to start.
What's up, Austin?
Hi.
So you just kind of talked about the offseason development, but how do you see yourself fitting in again with LeBron and AD specifically, and the places on the court that you had success last year, and how might some of that evolve with Darvin coming in, new system, some new teammates with all of the carry or the changeover that's been in the case?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is I'm going to adapt to whatever's asking me. If it's whatever role that they want me to do is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go out every game and play as hard as I possibly can to win basketball games. Last year obviously wasn't the season that we wanted, so you flip the page, you learn from it, and you move forward. But like I said, I can't wait to get started.
Austin, over here, Gerard Moncure, Fox 11. You've played a lot of basketball in your short lifetime. I'm just curious, with what you experienced last year, your rookie season here, how much more defense do you know this team needs to play to be successful than what we saw last year?
I mean, a lot. To tell the truth, I mean, it was obvious that our defensive performances game in and game out was not what it needed to be. But I mean, with Coach Ham coming in, preaching defense is go for us, and we have the personnel and the ability to be a really good defensive team with the length and size that we have at all positions. And then you bring in guys like Pat Bev and Dennis, they kind of like pest guys that can get under the skin of other opponents. So, going into the year, that's what we want our identity to be, is to be, one of the best defensive teams, and that's what we're striving for right now.
Hey, Austin. Good to see you back.
Good to see you.
I know you were talking a little bit about your off season, but, coming in as a rookie with a team full of veterans, I think it was a little bit more like, when they plug me in, I'll see where I fit. This year you're being talked about, as a potential starter. What's it like, the mentality shift from going to, find my role wherever it is to, like, let's see if I can be a starter on a team like this one? Yeah,
I mean, it'd be super cool to start, but like I said multiple times, like, it's not really, a focus for me. I mean, if it happens, then good. Not a lot of people would ever think that I'd, even be in the NBA, but let alone start, and then for a franchise like this. But like I said, I mean, I'm here to, win basketball games and do whatever I can do to help the team be successful. So, like I've said multiple times, I just want to, be successful and help the team win.
Hey, Austin, seeing where you are now in your career, what advice would you give to somebody like Scottie Pippen Jr. trying to come up and make it, just trying to find his foot in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I would say is just stay true to yourself. He's in his situation for a reason. He's talented and really good at basketball. Not a lot of people get in that, have that opportunity. So it would really just be, be yourself, learn as much as you can. You got all these guys in the gym that have played a long time. You got Brian, you got AD, Russ. You know that everybody, all of them are very reachable, and they're willing to talk. I mean, I remember when I was on my two-way, you know, I'd ask them questions, and honestly, not even thinking that I was gonna really get an in-depth conversation out of it. But luckily for us, you know, they're willing to do that. So, you know, be a sponge, learn as much as you can learn, and then, you know, his talent will speak for itself, and you know, he'll find his way.
Austin, when I know a priority this offseason was getting physically more ready, I guess, for knowing what the NBA, like, what does it actually look like? Like, is it a ton of weightlifting? Is it eating a lot? Like what was your sort of like your specific, like, this is how I'm going to make my body ready for maybe even the possibility of having to maybe play more three, too?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of everything. I got on a diet plan, you know, with people here. Been in the weight room a lot, so it's a little bit of everything, and just taking care of yourself. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you're not available, if you're hurt, it's not worth it. So, you know, just being in the best shape possible, and you know, just being ready, because it's a long year. I mean, that was one thing that really stood out to me last year, was the length of the year. You know, 3/4 of the way, like, I didn't feel like my brain was working really well. So just, you know, being mentally strong, you know, going through it once, and then on top of that, having this whole summer to, you know, get stronger, you know, eat better, all those types of things will, you know, hopefully play a factor in a good way. I did. I'm at like 210. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I just move better in general. And then on top of that, stronger, you know, being able to absorb contact, go into people's chests instead of trying to figure out a way to get around them. You know, you can be a little bit more aggressive and more physical, which is good. And, you know, for someone that can get to the rim and get contacted, you need to be able to absorb that. So that's really been the main thing that I felt the difference is, and, you know, just feeling better moving as well. Appreciate y'all.